Usually, the next thing we do in our shamanic path is we connect with a power animal. Power animals are those fabulous spirits of wing, of fur, of foot, and like our tree, but they go around. They're mobile, and they're filled with magnificent protection for us, guidance, wisdom, all that good stuff. Power animals are essential to the shamanic path because they're the ones that we go with out into, and they're the ones who support us on every single thing we do. So, our next class on Tuesday is Power Animal Connection, and it also is free. If Tuesday's horrible for you, text me and I can do it again on Saturday. I don't care. I love doing this. After that, we have the introduction to shamanism, and this is 3 worlds where you go into the tree and you and your power animal go up into the upper world and you explore and you meet a teacher, and then to the lower world where you go through the roots and you explore and you meet a teacher and you get healing. You find a healing place where you get your stuff worked on and more. So that's the 3 worlds course, and that one is not free, but it's not expensive. I'm charging for that one. I'm charging $37. It's a 3-part course, and it meets for an hour and a half each time. We really get into it, and I'm limiting it to 8 people in each session. So 2 sections, well, probably 10, but it's a limited size, and it too is going to be turned into an on-demand course. After that, beginning in March, we have our signature class, Shamanism for Animals and Shamanic Animal Communication. That's a 12-week intensive, and there are people here who have taken that class and have absolutely loved it. And I'd like to turn the microphone over to you to tell people what your experience was, but first let me just describe it. The first 6 weeks, we learned to communicate with animals using the shamanic journey. So now we know how to change consciousness. We'll have connection to spirits, teachers, upper lower world, power animals, and we'll have a place where we can bring the spirit of an animal that we want to chat with and meet that spirit there. And the spirits we're accustomed to, our power animals, our teachers, engage with the cat, the dog, the horse, and together we have a conversation. It's a supported way of doing animal communication. It's just like telepathic, but you've got your power animals involved and you're not alone, and you can have these magnificent conversations. Also, since you're in shamanism, you're going to learn how to fix the problems you find, because shamanism is all about healing. These powerful spirits that we work with don't just sit there and say, I think it's such and such. They say, I see a problem here. We're going to remove it. We're going to transmute that problem, and we're going to impart healing power to make that problem resolve. That's why we do what we do. So the spirits can work through us to do healing for the problems that are presented. So in our animal intensive, we first learn to communicate with animals and get really conversant, and then in very short period of time we are doing healing work on those animals, and we're really accomplishing miraculous things. So that's what's coming up, and I really hope that you'll join us for that. I'm going to turn it over to some of the people who have taken that class to see if they agree with it. Margie, you've been in that class. What did you think?
Well, actually, my experience before I took that class got me to take the class because I had a puppy who was favoring his right front leg, and I live in Boston, so of course I took him to Angel Memorial, one of the best vet hospitals in the world, and all this. And long and short of it is, for over $2,000 in tests and everything, they came to the same conclusion that Carla came to in one session. And I mean, the same diagnosis that it wasn't joint or anything. It was a muscle pull, and anyway, and it was so amazing. So I took the course, and it's amazing. I just the other day was walking down the street and ran into a friend, and she said, "Oh, you're going to get contacted by my daughter-in-law because Diesel, her bulldog, is having problems." And I said that you might talk to him and see what's going on. So it's just it's amazing, and the things that animals will tell you. Oh my God. I mean, they tell you stories about their mother and their families, and they're very, at least the ones I've never worked with a really, really sick animal. I've mostly been just like some behavioral problems and little things like that.
Mm.
Um, so it's fun, it's amazing, and my experience is the animals love it. There's one little doggy who, every time I walk by, he just comes over to me, and his mother says he never goes to anybody. But we're friends. I talk to him. So my experience has been fabulous.
Thank you. Thank you
And
so
rewarding.
much. Yeah, Margie's a great healer. And it's been really cool to see her step into it. At first, she was very shy about it. I'm not sure I'm getting it. And then all of a sudden, more and more revelations and confidence. And as she worked with the other animals in class, they got confirmation, and then these animals are getting healed. And wow, thank you.
You're welcome. The reason I finally figured I'm kind of getting it is Carla said, "Look, Margie, your imagination isn't that good with, you couldn't do this on your own." And she was right.
Yeah, some of us are kind of dullards and we know we're not making it up. Oh, that's great. Thank you. Let's see who else is in here who's been in the class. Cass, can you come on and say a few words?
Yes, I would love to. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, I hear the echo. Sorry about turning off camera because my connection is not very good today. And the journey today, which is very amazing. I didn't share here because it's a very long journey, but I want to say thank you so much because it's very touching one for me today. Yes, I did animal communication and shamanism actually for years. And the class you taught, which I attend, is, I want to say, very useful and very essential. And you taught in a systematic way, step by step. It's easy to understand, and it's very, very practical. And it's only 12 weeks, but it feels like I learned something for years.